I am disappointed that we do not have any witness from the Trump administration testifying today. Members of this committee should be allowed to publicly question executive branch officials regarding their use of this sweeping authority, especially for warrantless surveillance of Americans. That's why when I served as chairman of this same committee, I convened a hearing with senior officials from the Biden administration so that they could be interrogated publicly and the public could hear their answers. The failure of the Trump administration to appear before this committee on important issues is a troubling pattern that must come to an end. For months, I've been calling on Secretary Noem to answer for the lawless and inhumane reign of terror her agency has unleashed on America. Secretary Noem had such a busy schedule that she was unable to come before this committee in the last calendar year. But now, she said she might find time in her schedule to join us in a mere 5 weeks. What's going to happen in Minneapolis in the next 5 weeks? When you look at the past 5, it's a legitimate question. With the Trump administration challenging our constitutional rights and the sunset of Section 702 just 3 months away, a hearing with government officials to address the use of surveillance is imperative. Section 702 grew out of a secret warrantless surveillance program under the Bush administration. When this illegal program was exposed, Congress responded by authorizing a new authority known as Section 702. It allows the government to collect communications of foreigners located abroad without a warrant or court order for the purpose of collecting foreign intelligence. There is no doubt that Section 702 is valuable. However, for years, the government has used it as a domestic spying tool to collect millions, maybe billions of Americans' private communications. And it's in searching these vast troves of these communications, reading our text messages and emails, and listening to our phone calls, all without a warrant required by the Fourth Amendment. Section 702 has been abused to spy on business and religious leaders, political parties, members of Congress, campaign donors, journalists, and political protesters of all stripes. In passing the Reform Intelligence and Securing America Act in April 2024, Congress codified modest measures to reduce these abuses. But RISAA also weakened other safeguards and greatly expanded the scope of 702. It is my view, when 702 was authorized in 2008, and it remains my view now, that this section does not contain sufficient safeguards to protect the privacy and civil liberties of Americans. That is why, since the first reauthorization of FISA in 2012, I've worked on a bipartisan basis with Senator Lee, and we continue to work together to require a warrant for the search of any American communications. I urge my colleagues to join our effort. I look forward to working with the chairman to ensure that Congress does not fail the American people.